Greetings, people of Earth. Welcome back. My name is Jax, and today we are talking about personal responsibility, why having responsibility in your life is a very good thing, is a very, very good thing, and you got to have it. There have been several people on the internet, authors, self-help gurus who have all talked about this topic, but I thought I'd give my perspective to it because it's a little more Gen Z, it's a little more modern with the idea of like social media and, that kind of thing. So I thought, why not talk about it? Essentially, personal responsibility is anything where you have to take care of a situation. No one else is going to. So maybe you have a dog, maybe you have a kid, maybe you have a relationship, maybe you have a specific job or responsibility, maybe you have chores, maybe you have duties that you need to complete or get done. All of those things are personal responsibility. On top of that, personal responsibility can be maintaining your health, going to the gym, eating properly, meal prepping. All of these things can help you not buy food out at fast food places, get into certain habits that aren't exactly the best for us. And so all of those things revolve around personal responsibility, budgeting, being careful with your money, trying to avoid impulsive purchases, and having food delivered. There's a million things that can involve personal responsibility, but essentially at the root of it, it is being able to not prevent, but it is being able to forego short-term pleasure in order for long-term success and growth. And this is a very important concept. It's a very good idea to embrace. It is really easy to eat a whole bunch of fast food and just lie on the bed all day and have a lazy Sunday. It's really easy to do that. I tend to feel like garbage after I do something like that, so I try and avoid that. But it's much harder to meal prep, eat healthy, go to the gym, hydrate with water, keep your body regulated, happy, and healthy, supplement with the vitamins and minerals that you need and that you're deficient in. It's much harder to keep that maintenance and to do those things every single day than it is just to let everything fall apart and go into disrepair. But unfortunately, so many people our age, older, younger, fall into this trap where they don't maintain their financial independence or their health independence or their personal relationships. There's no maintenance, there's no responsibility, and then people wonder why a specific area of their life is so toxic, detrimental, unhealthy. And a lot of it has to do with just a few things every single day, trying to maintain, trying to keep at a specific standard, and without doing that, everything falls apart. So I'm here to advocate for those little interventions that make personal responsibility so much easier. These things can be really simple, like drinking a glass of water when you wake up in the morning to hydrate your body and get it ready for the day. Like I said, meal prep, or just simply making sure that you have some healthy snacks or alternatives instead of the bag of chips or the cookies or chocolate or whatever it might be. I'm someone who just can't have those things in my house or I'll eat them all. So I just make sure that my fridge is full of healthy alternatives that I can eat. Really easy. I don't have to prepare anything. It's just there. Simple things like sticks of celery, just to like munch on while I'm watching YouTube videos. There's a lot of things like that are really easy to do. I make sure to brush my teeth in the morning and the evening, and I have those floss sticks because I'm not someone who can like mess around with the threaded floss. So I make it easy for myself, and that is the absolute key to having that personal responsibility. It's also important to accept responsibility when it comes your way. So a good example right now is my parents are off and away on vacation. I'm managing their house, the dogs, the farm. It's October, so there is a bit of stress. There is a bit of things that need to get done and maintenance that has to be completed before we are bombarded with like 6 inches of snow. So I'm happy to take that on. I have a team, I have people that work for me and work with me. And that is great, but it takes a lot of planning and forethought and responsibility. This is the same with like your financial literacy and your financial independence. You have to be responsible. You have to budget. You have to understand your shortcomings and where things are difficult and where you might not be the most with it or knowledgeable, and accept other help or ask for other help. This is a really important part of responsibility, because accepting the responsibility definitely changes you. It alters how you view things. You're not allowed to be like a follower when you're responsible for something. You can't just like blindly nod your head and follow the crowd. You will have to make decisions. You will have to decide in the moment and based on context and past experience, what is the best course of action. That can be really scary and really challenging, and I absolutely understand anybody who is very afraid of doing that, but it is absolutely imperative that you do not become just a follower. You need to be able to be a leader in certain situations, especially in your own personal life. I see so many people who cling to self-help gurus and to various things, and really they're just afraid to make their own decisions in their lives. But it's really important, because a guru might have a lot of information, very, very knowledgeable. They make their living doing this, but they don't have the context of your individual life. You know, they don't know that your sister is allergic to milk. You know, they don't know the intricacies that might exist in your life that you have to look out for, and that you, only you, can see on the horizon and then plan and avoid or conquer or solve and find solutions to. So it is so important to be able to accept responsibility. It's also important to be able to say, no, I'm not taking this on. This is past my limit. This is something I'm uncomfortable with. This is something I have no interest in having responsibility over. It's important to be able to do that. And if you're a people pleaser like me, it is very hard to say no to certain responsibilities that you're uncomfortable with or that you are completely not interested in doing. It's one thing to accept responsibilities that lead to long-term gain and success and growth. It is another thing to accept responsibilities that make you mad or shallow or bitter or resentful or upset or financially drain you. It is very imperative to choose your responsibilities carefully. You are under no obligation to accept or deny certain obligations and responsibilities. You get to choose. And like I said before, you are the best person in your own life to make these decisions. And saying no is not a failing. You're not a failure for saying no to certain responsibilities or to certain things that are posed and fronted to you. You're not a bad person. You know, I know as a people pleaser, you might think, oh, I'm such a bad person. I told this person I couldn't do this thing. But if you had no interest in doing this thing, if this thing wasn't, you know, an obstacle to get over that would lead you to greener pastures, there was no point in accepting this responsibility. If it's something within your competency zone, or if it's something that you think you might be able to learn from or gain experience from or become a better version of yourself, by all means, accept that responsibility, take it on, jump in with both feet, and don't be afraid to ask questions and find mentors. But when a situation is posed to you and it's like, I have no interest in doing this whatsoever, you're fully within your rights to just tell the person, I'm sorry, I'm not able to commit to this. I can't do this. I'm not interested in this. I have no intention of, you know, I'm not going to learn anything from this. This isn't a learning opportunity. This isn't a growth opportunity. I'm good. So it can be a really nuanced and difficult thing. I hope that this video gives you an idea of where in your life that you can accept new responsibilities, that you can say no to the bad ones, that maybe you can find those personal responsibilities, whether it is meal prepping or drinking more water or, you know, stop drinking Red Bull. That's one I'm trying to do right now. It's hard. I like it. It's very useful for my energy, but I know it's bad for my health. I know it's not good for my heart. So I'm trying to say, no, I need to take some personal responsibility and be more healthy. So just know everyone goes through these difficult quandaries and trying to figure out how to be more responsible and accept the good ones and refuse the bad ones, everyone is in the same boat. Even if they are a self-help guru who's written 400 books, they have to gripe and struggle with this idea of personal responsibility. You're not in it alone. Everyone as a human has to deal with this. I wish you the best of luck. Thank you so much for listening. Let me know in the comments about your struggles, your trials and tribulations with personal responsibility. Any tips that you have for everyone else, feel free to leave them down below. Interesting stories, maybe an interesting time that you refused a specific responsibility and it really paid off. It was a good move. I'd love to hear that. So thank you so much again. I hope you're having a beautiful day, month, week, year, whatever you're having. I hope it's amazing. And as always, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.